Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
180. 52. 52's the mic. Switch up. Switch up.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to throw. Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Kill. Out. Gone. 37. Check 37. Check 26. Check 26. Slam. Slow go.
On first down, it's Campbell. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Way to be there,
we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Go.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll set up a throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
It's just me and you.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines.
25. Check 25.
Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of big decision could open up to even more big plays.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Got it.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
It's our time. This is our time, guys. It's our time.
Pick the edge. Come.
He's crashing. He's checked.
They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Mike 54.
To the roll. West.
Backer, watch the backer.
Say.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They'll run. It's Campbell. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with a big man, Campbell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try to get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Ric Flair.
Hey, check 24.
24.
Shit.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's where you belong.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
From
the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll look to run with Freeman.
Let's go.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. His guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting,
Quit talking about it.
a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Go.
You ain't doing nothing.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Hey, check 24.
This quarterback now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
22, Jet, Bomber.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, 59.
No.
Sack lunch. Check 59. Mike is
They'll
59.
look to throw.
Mike is 59.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
I got you, punk. Smoke. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Go.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Lobo. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
2nd and 13. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts.
Come on now.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
It's going to be a long day. You go tight. You got tight right there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
On 2nd down now. It's Campbell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Punt, 64. Weak.
Hey, watch Sam. Check.
Delta.
54. Mike, 54.
Let's go,
They'll
defense.
set up to throw.
Let's go, defense.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Touchdown. You got 2.
No surprise here. 3rd going down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
66. Sponge. No.
Clock.
Check 99.
Kill. Turn up.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Hey, kill.
56. Mike, 56.
Right
there, 56.
Throwing on 3rd.
Watch
Gone.
QB drop.
And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
We 66. Bullet high.
Bang.
Now again, right side. Hines. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
I'm here all day.
Play action. It's gone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Kill.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Record. Check.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 52's to Mike.
Goff now looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Obama. We're good.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Peak edge.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun.
You ain't doing nothing today.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 13. Hey, Shell. Tiger.
53.
Hey, Zoo.
Check 53. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter.
Mike, number 53.
14-7.
Mike 53.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Show an A. Show an A.
Here's Gall. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Yeah, way to go.
And
That's
a
what I'm
great
talking
return
about,
as they're
boys. That's what I'm
finally
talking
able to
about.
take him down. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, tighten
and last
down,
time,
there you
decent
go.
field position, pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, it's Hunt. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run right side with Hunt.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
We go tonight. 180. 56. You don't want this.
On first down, gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Check 56.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56 to Mike. Hey, wahoo! I'm coming after you. I'm coming
Out of the gun, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Value 3.
Now Goff.
Blitz.
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle.
Keep
3rd
playing
down.
hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd. And look at this, it's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Again, they run with Campbell. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half.
That's it, baby.
Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Check 24, check 24.
Blue draw corkers.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He'll rifle this one deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Let's get this. Seal this game, boy.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now has to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check. Squeeze. Tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Campbell. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Pittsburgh. Orbit. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Ricky. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Hey, let's get some penetration. Let's get some penetration.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
On the set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Hey. Let it go.
Watch out.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
2nd and 9 now. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss.
Let's go,
He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
You don't want it.
They'll run on first down. It's Campbell. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Lay down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
2nd and 6. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Mike 50.
They'll drop the throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Mike 50. 180. Super one. Watch twist.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Todd. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Let's go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Not today.
On first down. Hunt. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
I know you felt that one.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. 52. Go, Brown.
No, check that.
Brown.
52 right here.
On 2nd and 12. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Time to go. Night.
Here's Goff. And it's brought in by Washington. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Mike, right here, over there, right.
A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Mike 52.
From the 50, it's Goff. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff now looks to throw. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Going the other way.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Who that? No. Off.
They'll run on first down. Campbell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Watch it in front of you. You better be
They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Obama. Cordell. Motion, pop. Undercrush. DC. Check 9.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving corps on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication to man in the zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18, and he will score. Touchdown Falcons. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
Here we go.
Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys. You had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
56,
First down throw.
Double dog. That's the way.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Who goes tonight? 180.
56.
Listen.
56, the mic, boy.
Hey, Echo.
Check 56.
Here we go.
Now Goff. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go. Let's do
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
53.
You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
There. All day, baby.
Hold on.
From just shy of midfield, Goff over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
20.
Check 53's Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch that.
Now Goff on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Hunt. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Baby.
A loss of 2 there, second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there, with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. Hunt going to run for it. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 92% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number empirical.
Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
You don't want none. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's got
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Campbell. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Hey, eat. Go, go, go.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, up and over. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
All day.
At their own 19-yard line.
Mike.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hodges got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, first down. Hodges now, and he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch for 8 yards. Now it's Hodges. That one is caught by Hunt. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Hodges looking to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check 50, turn up.
2nd and 10 now. Hodges. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. They'll try and throw for it with Hodges. And this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on deck. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Topper!
Back to throw here.
You got nothing.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Here comes
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. As many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10, it's Hodges again. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got a man, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hodges, he's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here we go. Here we
Line
go.
of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Hodges.
You can't block me.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Hodges. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
Come on, Sack.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
You see me out here?
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who got 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Set, ready. Six to Pittsburgh. Delta.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. This will be caught at about the 5.
That's it, baby.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's it. You're trash. You're trash.
Mike.
From the gun, it's Hodges.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Eluding the pressure. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove. What are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check 55. Check 55.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year, and they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.